Hi everyone, welcome to O2's Inside Line with myself, Vernon and Katie, and we've got Tom Curry. Now before we chat to you, Tom, Katie, it was a phenomenal game, it was an awesome performance.
Yeah, absolutely massive. You know, we really wanted England to come out and put out a show, and for everybody who's watching that was a phenomenal game, and we were on the right side of the result today.
Tom, you absolutely did that. Tell us about the atmosphere, firstly, in the changing rooms once you got in there.
Yeah, I think, after the game before?
Yeah, afterwards. No, I'll tell you what, no, you start it. Let's start before, because there was a lot of pressure on you guys, because let's be honest, it's not been nice out there the past week or so. So how were you guys feeling in there before you came out onto the field? Really excited. I think, probably table aside, I think the challenge we had against France was an unbelievable. We know we had to bring our competition, and I thought, we knew what was coming, and I thought today we executed a good game plan. So you're in there, you got your boots on, you're ready to go, and then afterwards, when you take your boots off, your socks, you jump in the shower, it must have been quite ecstatic in there. Some of us had showers, some of us not. No, we all had showers, Yeah, that's stage where we're naming and shaming already, Tom, because we've done that in the past, okay, and then it just gets into like Banterville, but we'll not go there. But it must be really upbeat now. Yeah, you got to be level-headed about these things. We had a good game. We know we had plenty to work on. I mean, especially around the attacking breakdown. I thought we need to be better. And the exciting thing about that is a whole team thing. We've got to be really level-headed about these things. But as I said, you've got to enjoy moments like this because they don't come around often. Yeah.
For you personally, then, obviously the type of game you play, we know you're a big defensive threat. Very different game from you today, do you think?
Yeah, it's probably one of the first times I felt kind of making more ball carries and tackles. This is kind of what I love about being in the back row is you can get involved in all aspects, all facets of the game, and I got my hands on the ball a bit more, which was nice and exciting.
Do you think the body will feel better for it tomorrow?
No, it will ice and recover, but it will be a slow day tomorrow. Tom, you deserve everything that you're going to consume a little bit later on, and I've got to say, ever since you joined the squad, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you play. That you just give 110% every game, and I doff my cap to you. You represent the badge and everything so sweetly perfect. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much, Tom Curry. Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
All right, let's welcome in Luke Cowan-Dickie. Here he is. Yeah, good, you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
It must feel like a well-deserved, competent victory.
Yeah, it's good, especially off the back of the last few games. I think we played well today and we come away with a victory, so it's decent.
What do you think the biggest difference was for you today in terms of that performance against Wales?
I think we played well against Wales. Obviously, the game didn't go our way towards the end, but I think this game we just stuck in it for the full 80. We didn't switch off. Things didn't go our way. Sometimes we get penalised. And I think we just bounced back real well.
Yeah. Eddie's one for instruction and he's one for a game plan. Did you execute that perfectly today? Because it seemed like it. Or were there a few things missing, do you think?
I still think there's a few things missing. I think, there's one extra pass, or we got turned over a couple of times in the ruck. I think if we nullify that, then there'd have been hopefully more points on the board, yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, as a front row, 70 minutes.
What was that one for?
Knackered. Honestly, I haven't played 70 minutes in about 3 years.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah. I normally come off about 50, so I was looking at the clock and then looking at the bench. No one was warming up. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I was knackered.
Well, to be honest with you, to grab a victory like that from the French, a team that we're looking for the Grand Slam, and we put a halt to that. I mean, 70 minutes in a game like that, which has really lifted the nation, I'll be honest with you, because people are going crazy and saying that's the England that we want to see. It must feel great.
It does feel good. Obviously, the last few comments, like outside noise, obviously does take a little impact inside the camp, and I think we just nullified that today and put a performance we're happy with and got a win, so yeah, hopefully we'll finish. Alright,
I'm going to ask you a real personal question from me to you.
Yeah, cool.
Call of Duty, I'm an absolute nightmare. How'd you get your aim spot on? I can't do it.
I've sort of stopped playing Call of Duty because the boys in camp...
golf now though, right?
Yeah, I play a bit of golf, but the boys in camp are that rubbish, it really breaks me, so I can't play with them.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
so maybe they'll get you in.
I'll get in touch, you've got to sort me out, mate. I'm garbage. Alright, pal, cheers. All the best. All right, let's welcome Max Malins. How are you, Max? Yeah, very good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
To come out on a stage, I mean, I know there's no one here, and it is quite difficult. But to make your debut in a game like that, you must be really chuffed.
Yeah, massively. Very enjoyable to be out there from the start. A few good things, a few bad things, a lot to work on, but no, very pleased with it.
It never seems to stop with England, does it? There's always, it doesn't matter how perfect the performance or how perfect we feel the performance was, there's always something.
Yeah, I think so. You always got to take learnings from every game, I think. I mean, we got the result today, and credit to us. We had a great game plan, which we stuck to, I thought, and credit, it came through towards the end. We knew the last 20 minutes is really going to open up for us, and that's where we'll win the game, and thankfully we did.
And I'm just really curious about how your week's gone in terms of your build-up and the first start.
Yeah, no, it's gone really well. Training has gone well. People have been really supportive, telling me to back myself, be me. So no, I couldn't have asked for a better prep, to be honest.
And a great result to finish.
Yeah, exactly. No, couldn't ask for much more.
Just let us ask, who was the one voice in your ear settling you down and getting you ready for this game?
There was plenty. Obviously, I've been with the Sarries guys quite a few times. Good to get a few words from Owen. Elliot himself was really good to me this week. So yeah, it really calmed me down a bit.
It must be really nice to know that even though you're getting on there, that it just feels really comfortable because you're with that group of friends.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're creating a tight-knit group here. Obviously, with all these restrictions, we're around each other 24/7, and even though we have to be in our rooms most of the time, we're making sure that we're sort of using that time when we're on the field and away. Whether it's eating dinner or whatnot, we're creating sort of bonds between us.
And then obviously tomorrow is a bit of a day off, so will you guys get a chance to recover, eat well?
Yeah, recovery day tomorrow. Everyone will do their sort of separate things, whatever they need to do to get their body right, and then back into it on Monday.
Big final week.
Exactly, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Max, thank you so much.
Awesome,
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, guys. Cheers,
awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, great. We can come in now. We can join each other whilst we finish. So let's quickly summarise. I mean, you saw the game, you saw the performance, you heard all the flack that the boys got after Wales, and how that was kind of resting heavy on their shoulders. They've come out and put in a stonking performance against the French, a team that everyone was talking highly about.
Yeah, I think for me, you know what it is? Sometimes people forget they're human, and I think those guys, that will have hurt them. We've talked about before, but nobody will hurt more than a defeat than the players, because it was you who were responsible for that. And for me, I'm just so happy for them. It's so nice to see them actually get to go and enjoy that. And I think, like we say, that wasn't just a game that was edged, that was won. Yeah. And I think that as a fan and also as a player, they're the ones that you're like, yeah, we did that today, and all credit to them. They really came and stuck at that game plan.
But before we got to talk to Tom on air, we had a quick chat with him, and we say, celebrate tonight, have a couple of drinks or whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. But tomorrow's day off, and he said there's never a day off. There's always something to learn. There's always a next step. Looking at that performance, the way that we did up there, what do you think they've got to do to get even better and finish off this Six Nations?
I think for me, he touched on it a little bit. I think they've probably got to cut their errors out. And there's a couple of opportunities where England got into France's 22, and you're like, this is going to be the moment we got turned over, penalty away, breakdown. I think probably when they go and review it on Monday, there'll be things that they need to be really critical about. Actually, we need to make sure if we get those opportunities, we've got to come away with points, and that's going to be crucial going into Ireland. We could take them 3 penalties, that's a 9-point win. Very different game, especially for a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Katie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Really enjoyed your company. Hope you've enjoyed it too. Thanks very much for tuning in to O2's Inside Line. And remember, keep your eyes on all the channels, on all the networks to find out what we're going to be doing with the England rugby team and O2 Inside Line as well. So from myself, Vernon and Katie, we bid you farewell.